gonna try to make this quick, but knowing me, I tend to rant. But hopefully, you can make it to the end of this message. Just gonna give my opinion on a possibility of what cryptos can end up doing. If I don't know, I'm open to the possibility that this alt season will eventually come to an end sooner than later. As I've mentioned before, I believe this alt season started actually last in June or July. So besides the months of September and October, we have run for approaching a year. And then to put everything into perspective, so we know about the bubble at the end of 2017, and everything pretty much dropped anywhere from 80 to 90 to 95%, mostly alts or like the small cap alts. And then we had a bullish run again in 2019, but some of the alts actually continue to drop even more, or back to those, like, I want to say the end of 2018 levels. But we know in the summer of 2019 Bitcoin made a run to about 16,000, and then dropped back down again. Ethereum as well. Ethereum, XRP, some of the bigger names at the time ran, but not as hard as Bitcoin. And but I want to say over the last 2 years, you can say Bitcoin has, from highs, has ranged around like the 7 to 12,000 price range, and is really only 50% from all-time highs. We'll say like 20,000 from the bubble of 2017. But alts, you could say at the beginning of 2019 or the end of 2018, actually no, excuse me, the end of 2019, early 2020 was, maybe you can say, kind of a bottom. Alts were way below that bubble from 2017. Like I've said, 80%, 90%, 100%. So my take is that alts had a much longer room to come back up relative to where Bitcoin was, or some of these bigger coins. So for the first few months they were playing catch up. Maybe around January, February is when the stronger alts can perform and kind of break out and see which ones are going to be real players down the road. So like I said, if Bitcoin was around the 10,000 price area and it's now around 50,000, it's made a 5x move during this, I'm going to call it a 1-year bull run. But alts have made at least a lot of them 10x moves, 8x moves, some 15, 20x moves. And if you look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, it just continues to go down. So to get to the end of this, what I foreseen is there'll be a time when, especially the more speculative coins, people are going to exit out of that, get into some of these big names like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, like Link, like XRP, Cardano. I'm very bullish on all these blockchains. Solana. What else am I missing? I still like Eagle, Elrond. Yeah, pretty much any of the blockchains or networks. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm foreseeing, like a move back into Bitcoin as a safer play. I'm not saying that alts are like a bubble and they're not going to survive, but I'm seeing I can see a shift back into money, into some of the big boys. But I am actually still open to the possibility that to some degree Bitcoin is kind of dead. Like, real money is into projects and companies that have a future. Bitcoin, like Bitcoin and Dogecoin are nothing but just coins with a supply. Bitcoin doesn't even, takes a long time for transactions. Like, it's just a thing. Like, it's people create its own value. It doesn't bring anything more than just whatever the supply and demand is of it. So there are people who believe Bitcoin in the long term doesn't have a great future, and I need to be open